And good evening, kiddies. Welcome to, after a while, another game from the Cardiac Baseball Radio Association, as everybody knows what the game is all about. I am Clinton, your announcer tonight. And before we start the game, I figured I would show you the standings of where I sit as of June 26, 1965. We're about 70 games into the season, still got about 92 to go. And tonight's game will end up being the Washington Senators first, the Boston Red Sox. The second game of doubleheaders. We already played the first before it was shown on your local TV, WHDH Channel 5 in Boston. The second game, as usual, is always back in then. It's going to be on the WHDH at the 4 p.m. time, as always, folks. And here we go. Your game today is sponsored by. Today we're going to find a good sponsor for you. So hold on here. There we go. Yes, unfortunately, that's not a good thing today. Their Red's Tavern over in Bethune will be closed for 1 week as they take their families on a well-deserved vacation. They will reopen up again on Monday, the 5th of July. I am sorry to say that, folks. That's what's going on tonight. And we'll go from there, okay? And also one of our sponsors today is Filene's, the automatic bargain basement. Air conditioned? You'll swoon when you buy several for your vacation wardrobes at Tuesday at 9:30. Mrs. Irregulars, 10 top makers. Cool new summer blouses, shell shirts, and many sleeveless styles. All for $1.89 a piece for thrift-wise shoppers. And for the men, we have new value sports coats for $15.95. And that's what we have going on today, folks. And so the bigger news is that the Quincy Navy Yards is holding Navy safety that time now, finally. And here we go. Okay. So as we wait for a crowd, hopefully eventually will show up. Let's see what we got going on here. We are in, like I said, 1965. For the American League, this is as of Saturday, the 26th of June. The Chicago White Sox hold a 3.5 game. They're on a current 4-game winning streak over the Tigers. The Angels are 6.5 back. They've been playing 500 ball lately. Indians are up there now in the winning title. They're in 4th. The Minnesota Twins are 8.5 back. The Red Sox are currently on a 4-game winning streak. They are gone 8-2. They are 32-36. They are 12.5 back in 7th place. And the Kansas City Athletics own last place. Over the National League, it is a tight one going on over there. The Pittsburgh Pirates do lead the league over there. Cardinals are 1 back. They're on a 3-game winning streak where the Pirates have dropped their last 2. Cincinnati is 2 back. The San Francisco Giants are trying to move themselves up. They're 3 back. After that, the Braves are 5.5. Dodgers are 6.5. And then you have the Cubs, the Astros, the Phillies, and the last place Mets. Today's game, as I have said, is going to be between the Washington Senators in the second game of a doubleheader and the Boston Red Sox. Here is your starting lineups. Batting first for the Washington Senators will be Ed Brinkman. He is playing shortstop today. And he currently is carrying a batting average of 173. Not very well done. His last 10 games have been a 171. He's been admired in pretty much an all-season slump. He has 3 home runs, 23 RBIs, 8 doubles to go with it, and he has managed to strike out 56 times. Yes, he is one of the top dogs in strikeouts for the National League, or for the American League. Willie Kirkland, who's made the rounds. Oh, no, don't want to substitute. Sorry about that. Willie Kirkland, who has made the rounds over the season with various teams, went 2 for 5 against the Red Sox in the first game of this doubleheader and struck out twice. Currently, he's batting .208. He is batting .222 for his last 10, though he does have 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. So far this season, he has 3 home runs, 7 RBIs, and he came over here, I believe, from another squad in one of the trades that happened already this season. Woody Held is the shortstop today, or center fielder today. He is batting .275 for the season, 7 home runs, 18 RBIs. Currently, he's batting .212, as most of the Senators are in a slump. He is batting 304 for June, though he's improved every month. He's 148 in April, 299 in May, and 304 in June. Coming up next, Frank Howard played in the first game, so Jim King will be coming into play. Went 0 for 4 his first time up. He is currently batting 152. He does have 5 home runs, 14 RBIs for the Senators. Senators are relying very heavily on pitching so far this year, as you can tell here. Ken McMullen, steadfast, batting 225, got 2 home runs in the first game of the doubleheader. Red Sox won 9-4, by the way. Dick Radis got that one there. Or Jim Lomborg got the win, and take that back. Dick Radis held him down. Ken McMullen's batting 225, first time up, 202. So far, he is batting 202 for June. He does have 5 home runs, 9 RBIs. He has 12 home runs for the season, 32 RBIs. He's gotten his hits, but he's striking out more. Bob Chance has pretty much been put into a sort of a reserve role. Batting 167 so far this season, though he has improved up. He's batting 250 for the month of June, has a home run, 3 RBIs. Otherwise, he's just hit regular hits. He's got 3 home runs, 14 RBIs for the season with 26 hits, 3 doubles, and 3 doubles. The catcher is Doug Camilli. Doug Camilli so far this season is batting 262. A lot of the catchers are hitting this season. Doug Camilli so far he has got 1 home run, 15 RBIs. Got the home run against the Orioles on the 19th, a 3-run shot. I believe it helped the Senators win the game. Ken Hamlin is the batter here. He is batting 8th. He is batting 198 for the Senators, batting 273 though, and 286 for the month of June. Does not have real power. Has not hit a home run since May. He has 11 RBIs so far for the season. Though he does have 3 doubles, 1 triples. He has the speed, just not the power. Stolen 2 bases so far for the Senators. The pitcher is Frank Kreutzer. Frank Kreutzer so far is batting 0-0-0. He hasn't batted much, more like he's been in more of a relief role. And we'll show you that too down here, as I have his pitching record. I can't show it to you on screen, unfortunately. I wish I could do better than what I have. And I need Eric to tell me how he does it so I can get everybody up here and doing this right. I want to be able to show everything. So I need Eric's help. Frank Kreutzer, so far this season, is 3-3. He has been doing nothing but pitching relief in June. This is his first start in quite a while. Last time he pitched a starting game was on the 20th of May, which he lost. He got racked. He struck out 3, walked 6, gave up 2 earned runs. He has a ERA of 4.41 and WHIP of 1.5. Batters are batting him 236. He's been in 32 2/3 innings. Given up 30 hits, he's walked 19, struck out 23, given up 3 long balls. He started 4, he's been in 12 games so far this season. For the Red Sox, Earl Wilson is your pitcher. He's the only pitcher right now really with the Sox that has a winning record for a starter. He is 8-3 so far this season. He, in the month of June, he's gone 3-1 with a 3.10 ERA. He has struck out for his last 8 games, 47, walked 22. He has 76 strikeouts, 36 walks. ERA of 3.52, WHIP of 1.35, and batters are hitting him for 248. He has given up 7 long balls. Given up 37 earned runs off of 46 runs. Started all 14 games so far this season. Has yet to pitch a relief game. So, without further ado, we will be playing here. We are using Ball Roller as our dice. I'd like to thank Ron Juckett for that one, Uncle Ron, who's a friend, definitely a friend of the channel, friend of everybody actually. I like his picture though that he posted today. I'm trying to figure out because he sits awful high in his chair. I'm trying to figure out how he got run over by the ice cream guy. So that's one for me, unless he pressed against him too hard. All right, here we go. Without further ado, here is the start of our game. And we're looking at Ed Brinkman's coming to bat. We're looking at 46 so far right on here. And Ed Brinkman turns around, hits towards our third baseman. Third baseman is Frank Malzone. Frank Malzone fires over towards first base. And in tomorrow's Boston Globe, you should be they're going to have a chat with Mrs. Frank Malzone. So don't forget to get your Boston Globes and talk, and then you will hear about what Mrs. Malzone talks about with baseball and her husband Frank and their 4 children, including Jimmy, who is in a little league over in Needham, and he is in his League World Series right now. They are undefeated. Don't you wish the Red Sox were? Coming up to bat is Willie Kirkland. Willie Kirkland today, just getting started here, is our left fielder. Earl Wilson's ready. Here is the pitch. 31 for Mr. Kirkland, and that is going to be a walk. Wilson walks him on a 3-2 count. Got one. Just got outside of the black. Did not quite make it. Woody Held, who actually can be dangerous if you want him to be. So far, bagged 275. Has a slugging percentage of 456. Excuse me. And here's the pitch by Wilson. It is a 56. And that is going to be a strikeout. Struck him out swinging. There is 2 down here in the top of the first inning. Due up will be Jim King. Jim King so far is batting 152. Does have a good on-base percentage, so a decent one, 287. And he's got 5 home runs, 14 RBIs in 150 plate appearances, not at bats. Keep that in mind. He's got a 15 here. I do believe that's going to be a base. He grounded. He turned around, hits it over towards Malzone. Malzone's being a little bit busy today. Fires across the diamond over towards first, where Thomas will make the play, and it is a third out. No runs, no hits, 1 run left on base at the end of the top half of the first. It is the Senators nothing, and the Red Sox are coming back. Now, in between here, I'm going to help if I can help out here a little bit. I was asked a question. I did catch it. I did catch the channel call about the boards that's over here now, and you go in through, by the way, just so you know, hang on here. All right, let me go back to the game. Okay, you go to options and rules, you go to boards, okay? You've got, this is what I do, okay? These are the boards, okay? The best way I can explain it, even though you don't see it in ABPA, okay? If you notice it here in this game here, the pitcher's letter grade will always go down, okay? Otherwise, and they'll tell you what's going on, who's on first, where the bases are full, what the PRN is, and that is as they said, on your card, it's your columns. Let me see if I get it over here. Hold on, let me get back to play game. This is your PRN, right here, okay? Now, I know someone told what PRN meant, and I do apologize. I don't get it. I didn't catch it quickly enough. I know what it is. All right. Zeros is a little bit different. Zeros means they get a reroll, which they go to the second column if they have a second column. Second columns are always hits. It will never change. 1's a home run. 2's usually a triple. 6 is a double. 7, 8 are singles, and depending on the situation, there's a hidden C in there somewhere, or a hidden S. They either stole it or they didn't. Those are in there, by the way. Now, pitcher grade A is going to be real tough to beat, except obviously the first 7 numbers. If you play National Pass, NPNG Plus, or you play ABPA, you should recognize what these are. They are your charts. All 26 of them. Most of them, anyway. Because it doesn't tell you about... It does. Okay? These are your charts. That's exactly what they are. They are your charts. Okay? Everything. Your sacrifice plays to first. If you got a fellow on second base, again, you sacrifice to second base. You might even have a single. The runner might be able to steal third on it, depending on what the pitch is, and depending on what the batter does. Now this is a little bit different. What they don't have on here, and this is where I haven't caught on yet, and I'm not sure what goes with it, but Cyrus doesn't know there's something hidden in the background about the batter's bunt rating. I don't know it. I'm not going to push it. But they also have it set up here for squeeze plays, too. So you got it right here. Okay? So you can have it here, right in here. This is runners up first and third. That's your squeeze right there. He's going to score. He's going to score. Okay? Runners out first, and then as you go down, heading towards 45, you're going to see a whole lot more. And usually it's going to be either foul strikes or strike pitches. Okay. Out at first, runs advance again. This is squeeze play. Runs on first and third. Depends on your rating, bunt rating, which I have no idea where that comes in from. I have no idea how it plays, so I can't tell you. I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to ask Cyrus and them. They got them right here. Okay. Your advanced pitching charts, where their grades are right here. Not a clue. This is explained in the above table up. The advanced pitching rules is right here. These are actually explained there what the Q numbers are, what they mean. Okay. You've got 45 boards. One for each one on the game here. Fielding 1, 2, or 3. Depends on what their fielding records are. Fielding phase. Again, your on-base percentages. They're all there. And it depends on, more importantly, what the pitcher's grade is. If he's an A, he's going to be tough. And it's going to show over here. If he's A, he's going to be real tough. Catch a double play. Runner out of home. Batter to first. It's perfect. That's with the bases loaded. It can happen. There's triple plays in here. Okay, you've got them all. If you bring the infield in or the infield out, you're going to have other choices in here, and you can see it. And they're not sure. I'm not sure where they put them at, but they could do it. If, and here's the key, guys. If it's 2 out, infield scoring 2 are out. Okay. First on error, runner holds third. No, not if that happens. He's going to be on 2 out. He's out at first. End inning. That's what they do here. Okay. But generally, these are your ABPA cards and your NPNG charts. That's what they are. They're the charts. Same thing with hit and run. Okay, the only thing you hit and run. Okay, hit and run for Cyrus and them, they have to have a runner on first. If you notice, there's no hit and run for runner on first and second. I'm surprised at that, but I always thought there's none for runner on first and third. But and also how they got it. Single to right, one scores under the third against any of these grade A pitchers. You go to number 28, which tells you what's going to happen. It's an out at first. Pop, 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 pop. Okay. But again, there's your pitching symbols. This tells you exactly what the pitching symbols mean in this game. In NPNG Plus, you see them as Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4. Okay? There are certain rules with this. If on certain cases, out of 14, if you have a Z3 or Z4 rating on your pitcher in NPNG Plus, that's just 2 balls. You have your strikeout ratings, which was what they do here. They convert strikeouts to a walk, to a ground out. They do it here to convert certain plays to strikeouts. Okay, that's what happens. And you got the other symbols. These reduce home runs to a double. LM and N increase home runs to a double. You don't see this in NPNG, but you do see it as something different. PHR. Okay, ABPA, I'm not sure what the rules are. I've never played ABPA. I'm not going to claim to be an expert of ABPA. Ken Castro is one of the best to talk to about ABPA, and I think there's about 1 or 2 others. Okay? For me, Eric, this is our game. For the friends of the channel, we are the primary. We have become the primary players. Obviously, you guys know I've become sort of the unofficial spokesman for the game. I like the game. Okay? I think it's a great stat package. It's one of the best ones out here. It plays to old school stat packages. I like Bill James. Bill James does give the old stats, but he tries to play sabermatics. I do not. I am not a believer of sabermetrics. I like them. It's not that I don't want to try to even understand them. I don't care about WAR. I don't care that Mookie Betts. When he's in the game, there's an RA chance that he's going to have a .4 of a run is going to score. I don't care. What I do care, though, is that Mookie Betts hits 30 home runs and drives in over 100 runs a game and bats 330 or 320. I know I can count on him. Okay? I don't think the great Ted Williams would have said anything about sabermetrics either. And I don't think he would have believed them, as he put to on his own self. Somebody turns around to him and says, "Yeah, hey, you're hitting 400 right now." He goes, "Yeah, that means I'm being put out 60% of the time." So, and that's the idea. That's the same way I play the game. You've got, like I said, hit and run, pitching symbols, but you got the boards. And a good class example. See right here where it says fly out, number 8. Fly out, 1 run scores. This I didn't even notice it existed. If you're a grade A pitcher, look at number 9 too, same thing. A grade B pitcher, 9 changes over to single over first base side, runners advance at base, or if it's 2 out, the runners advance 2 bases because they are running at the crack of the bat, which I think is correct. The 8 still sticks. Again here, triple over third. If you see right here on the PRN 6, this is on a B pitcher. It does turn into a triple. If second column 6, you got to go to PRN 4. It's a double to left center field. We don't see this. This game automatically does it for us. If we're playing NPNG, you do see it. If you remember, Jester showed it when I first started watching his NPNG games. You have to read it, and you have to read it very carefully, because all of a sudden you can turn around and look there and go, hey, he's got a strikeout. No, you don't. Wait a minute, it's a balk. And that's what happens. It can go from strikeout, hit, balk, real quick, depending on what the pitcher is. Rating C, the 9 because of flat one on the scores, but the single goes through short, advances 2 bases. If he's a slow batter, he goes to first to third. He's out at third on the left field to a PO3. Outfielder assist. I like the outfielder assist. That's why I like playing the game that I do. A D pitcher, and you're on your own. As you can see, all hits up to 11. Double play on 12 if you get it right. A lot of times 12 has that little E tick behind it. Okay? And I like that too. You got your base stealing rules. I use little c. Little c means it will do it for me. PRS, I can have little c, S or C after the number. 7, 8, 9, 14, 42. There's always a chance of a stolen base. 6 and 2. This will allow the batter to steal third. This will allow him to reach second base. There is, unfortunately, the thing is about how this works, there is no stealing of home in this game. And I've noticed that in the whole 9 yards. There is no stealing of home. Everybody remember that. All right? And I've seen that in quite a few games. Digital Diamond Baseball is the same way. You've got a percentage there, but you do not have the chance to steal home plate. I think that's kind of sad. There's got to be a way we can change that. There are games out here that do allow it, though. I think in the jump system you can steal home. Be careful, though. Then we've got the option base coaching. Like I said, I'm in little C. I can activate to let the base coach do it over. I don't want to do that. All your boards, as we said. This is new. Okay? Do not. If what you do is you find it's real easy to do, okay? You find the player number, you find his last name. Is what you do. And then you get that out of here. Out of here. Enter the player's last name. Let's use, I'll tell you what, let's use Frank Howard. Okay, that's terrible. Frank Howard. Oh, yes, he matches, you dog. Ah, okay. And the player's last name. Okay, we've got 3 of them. Elson, Frank, and Bruce. Okay? So you click on the player. You got his number. You can do it from here. It's 298. So you go over here and you can do this, or you can actually do it yourself. But you gotta know, you gotta have the commas correct. Okay? So you go in here and you right here. I know the number 298. That's Elston Howard. It'll drop in. Okay? The date that he got traded is what you put in there. All right? What this is this the team ID. All right? So you transfer him, let's say, and I believe you got to put it in that way. All right? I think that's how you got to do it. Okay? Temporary ID, Boston. All right? If everybody remembers 1967, this really happened. Elson Howard was traded to the Boston Red Sox. It will automatically, when you save the transaction, it will automatically, on this date, move the player over. Okay? But we're not going to do that. We're going to take this out. Okay? So I'm not going to make a mistake. I'm too deep in 1965. Do not. And Cyrus has repeated to me because he knows I would. You can sit there and you can make up team IDs, okay, where you can make it up to, Boston being 102 or something like that, okay? That way there you can take the player out of the game. All right? But you got to remember this, okay? You got to remember to put it back. Cyrus does not want that to happen. He is working on it right now as we speak. That they're working on ways so they can get the send downs, the call ups, the disabled lists. They get them all in here so the player's taken off the team for a certain period of time and he's put back in. Or the September calls, especially in 2018. That's going to be a mess for these guys. There's more transactions than there are players, I swear to God. But here in 1965, yeah. If you go to Digital Diamond Baseball, they have a grand total of 425 transactions in 1965. That's it. I think it's 425. Yeah, something up that way. Okay, but they actually, it's not, yeah, about that much, because if I go 19 pages at 25 a page, I'll be about 400. A little over about 475 transactions. Again, everything but it's got your DLs, it's got your send downs, it's got your calls, and they just fixed 1960. For any of you guys who play Digital Diamond Baseball, they just fixed 1965. It was a complete mess. I found it out the hard way. Okay, their transaction page had Dave McNally getting sent down. Not sure where that came from. I feel it came from an earlier time in McNally's career. And I took him down, and then I all of a sudden showed up for pitching. So they fixed it. Also, Retro Sports is no longer doing. They haven't done a transaction page since 2017, guys. Be warned, there's another place that's doing it. Okay, the only thing that, and then you got our other page we all know about. It's a project in the works, guys. That there's that great, and it is a great thing that just to put out. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I got it in here somewhere, so hold on here. Get out of the way. All right, I got it in here somewhere, so hold on. Right here. All right. Control C. And for any of you guys who see this thing, let me know. Thank you. Control V. It's my page. Don't do that again. Okay. Over here. Thank you. Control V. Oh, okay. Anyway, it's called the Professional Baseball Transaction Page. All right. And I'm trying to get on here now, so hold on. Let's see if I can find this. Because I don't think I have it in my other stuff, so... Or do I? Ah, yes I do. Alright. Okay, so let me open up the page here real quick. Hold on, guys. Anybody who's here? Control C. Control V. Okay. This is ProSportsTransactions.com baseball. Okay, it's a work in progress, dude. Okay, I jumped on these guys and now I started reading this more and more and more. Okay, baseball, they have thousands and thousands of transactions they're still trying to work on. They have Major League, they have Minor League. Okay, they have it all, and that's what they pretty much. And that's what they have. They have it all. It's a work in progress. Once we get it, I'm hoping that Cyrus will pick up on it, and we can actually bring in the transactions automatically. But that's what he wants to do. Let me put this back up here. Okay, you guys can't see it anyway. But that's what this is for. Please don't use it for anything but trades. Maybe free agents. Maybe what you want. Also, what you can do is when you see a free agent signing, you see a player coming down, you can probably take him out. I wouldn't do that. You guys will have to learn how. You guys still have to move those guys yourselves, the free agent signings. But right now, leave it for trades. You can. You could use it the other way. Cyrus recommends no. I believe in Cyrus. Okay? Don't mess this game up. He's really asked me not to do that, okay? I could. He's not going to. I don't know whether he would know or not. But the minute you send in the database to him at the end of the season, he's going to see everything you've done, including the transactions. He's working on it. Give him a chance. What this doesn't do, though, and you guys are going to have to figure this out yourself, and I'm still waiting for the first person who can do it. You need to set it up, okay, for military reserve time, especially in the 60s. 50s, 60s, and the early 70s. All right? But that's what these are for. And that's what these are. They're the same charts as you all see in APBA. Again, and it's not that hard to fix. Now, on the Skeetersoft website for the baseball, okay? And they still have the website, trust me. All right? Cyrus has put up 2 little videos for you guys to watch on how to do this. And he probably explained it better than I can, but again, please do not. Cyrus, forgive me. I'm going to experiment with it. I'm going to try it out for probably the rest of June, see what it looks like. Okay? We'll try from there. All right, back to the game. We're in the bottom of the first inning. The batter up is Chuck K. Let's introduce our Red Sox players. Chuck Schilling. Chuck Schilling has not been playing a lot this season. This is his 30th game out of 76. He's not been playing. He's not been the normal second baseman. He's probably into his last season, or heading towards that way to baseball. He is currently batting .247 for the Sox. No home runs, 7 RBIs. Has a couple of doubles. He struck out 7, walked 8 times. The second baseman for the Red Sox has been somebody else. All right. Frank Malzone is our third baseman today. He is in his 46th game. The Red Sox have had time. There have been ball players. They've been injured. We know that. We know that. And we don't know that at the same time. All right. Frank Malzone currently is batting .237. 1 home run, 10 RBIs. It's not unusual. Not a good Frank Malzone season. He does have 9 doubles. Like I say, he has a home run. Walks 16, struck out 11. Dan has managed to pick up stolen base. Playing center field today is Kyle Yastrzemski. Kyle Yastrzemski is batting .312. He has 3 home runs, 33 RBIs. Keep in mind this is 1965. This is heading towards the year of the pitcher. He has 20 doubles. He is in the top 10 in doubles right now. He has a triple, has, like I said, 3 home runs. He has a tendency to strike out more than he does walk. He has 31 strikeouts. Did manage to get a stolen base. Felix Mantilla is playing left field today, batting .221, 6 home runs, 35 RBIs. His home runs have been clutch. Out of his 6 home runs, I want to say that 4 of them have been the game winners or pushing them to the game heads. Hello, Dave Gardner. How are you, sir? I'm yakking away. I just explained right in front of all this madness about the cards that Eric was asking about a few days ago. Frank Malzone so far, those batting, like I said, .221, struck out 37, walked 38, not bad averages. He's tough to walk, 6 home runs, 6 doubles. Tony Conigliaro, Tony C, for everybody who knew him back then, has 13 home runs, 48 RBIs. He's batting right now .268, 10 doubles. In real life, in 1965, Tony Conigliaro won the home run title for the American League and won the lowest totals in years. He had 32. That was it. He has, I believe, no, he does not have a Grand Slam. Joe Pepitone leads the league in Grand Slams with 2. Again, he's batting .268. We'll get you the on-base percentage and the slugging percentage as we go along. First baseman today is Lee Thomas. Lee Thomas is batting .251 for the Sox. 12 home runs, 37 RBIs. I believe he leads the Sox in the home runs. 15 doubles, 59 hits. He has walked 30 times. Currently, he is on the 70s. So far, he's been 3 for 8. Actually, he's been 3 for 11 with 2 runs, 3 hits. Nothing real big, couple RBIs in his last 10 games. Bob Tillman will be catching, batting 7th. Bob Tillman is having a season, like a lot of my catchers right now. Bob Tillman currently is batting .270. Anybody wants to look at Bob Tillman, you'll see otherwise. He has 4 home runs, 33 RBIs. Every home run he has hit has won a game or has tied it. He's another one who's played in the clutch. 3 triples. This is not a man who runs fast in real life. 10 doubles, 50 hits. So I'm going to say that out of a lot of my records right now, and this is only June 27th, his is the one that's probably skewed the most. By the way, the other catcher for the Red Sox is Russ Nixon at this time. Jerry Moses is there. Their rookie, Rico Petrocelli. is batting 8th. And he's playing like a rookie. He's batting 187, though in June he's batting 238. He has increased it. He batted 048 for the month of May. I believe he was grounded for that one. So he sent him down. He has 2 home runs, 9 RBIs. Back in 1965, he didn't develop his home run bat. He didn't develop his home run bat until 1969. He hit 40. Earl Wilson. Earl Wilson is batting 233 for the Red Sox. Has 4 home runs, 7 RBIs. This is true. Earl Wilson was one of the few pitchers who was a home run hitter. Never hit doubles, never hit triples. It's either singles or home runs. There was no tweener. He was a very dangerous hitter. He's one of those you could bring in as a pinch hitter and get away with it. That is the lineup. We're in the bottom of the first inning. We are using ball roller, which is unfortunately is hidden. Like I say, I need Eric to show me what to do about that and how to do it. And Dave, you need more of your hockey games up. That's a strange little game you play, and it seems to be kind of fun, so not too bad. Coming up against Chuck Schilling. Here we go. Bob Kreutzer's ready to go. Frank Kreutzer's ready to go. He's like I said, he's 3-3, ERA of 4.41. Batters have 2.36 average against him. Schilling has an on-base percentage of 309, but his slugging percentage is right there at singles. It is a 33 for Chuck Schilling. And that's going to be a quick say. Has to go over to right field. Gets past the first baseman. Today he couldn't get his ball on the ground fast enough. Rolls past him. And Chance didn't make it, so Schilling will take first base. Due up here will be Frank Malazone. Frank Malazone is, like I said, batting 237, 1 home run, 10 RBIs. He will be in tomorrow's issue of the Boston Globe as they talk to Mrs. Frank Malazone in an article on page, I believe it's 31. Here is the pitch. 41 to Frank Malazone. And Frank Malazone grounds out over towards our shortstop. Brinkman fires to Hamlin. Hamlin over to Chance, and we have a 6-4-3 double play right off the bat, and that just sucks the wind out of the fans real quick here in the bottom of the first. Red Sox won the first game here 9-4. In a rare day, I have 5 doubleheaders in this day, I think it is, for real on the schedule. One team swept the doubleheader. 60% of the time, doubleheaders normally split. Not this time. Not on this day either, in real life history. Krajewski batting .312 is a .465 slugging average. It is a 41 also, and he hits out towards our shortstop. Ed Brinkman's got a fairly sure arm, fires over towards first, and it's the third out. No runs, no hits, one hit, nobody left on base at the end of the first inning. It is 0-0. Coming up to bat for the Washington Senators is Ken McMullen, Chance, and Camille. And again, your game is brought to you by IBM, the Data Processing Center. Office automation, you can be a well-paid specialist. There are courses designed especially for women, courses designed specifically for men. For key punch and machine operators, calculating, God, I used to work on those. I worked on IBM key punch machines. I'm old. And IBM practical courses, not just theory, low tuition short course. They have 4 schools here at the School of Business for IBM on Summer Street in Boston, Concord Street in Framingham, at the 7 Central Square in Lynn, and 24 Merrimack Street up in Lowell. Back to our game, folks. Hang on here, gotta knock this out. There we go. All right. Back to our game. And we were in the top of the second inning. Ken McMullen's at the bat, and he is up against Earl Wilson here in the top of the second. Here we go. It is a 66. Ken McMullen turns around and takes a crack at it, heads out towards right field, right into the visitors' bullpen. And all our right fielders, Tony C, can do is just watch it drop in, and the Senators will take an early 1-0 lead in the top second inning. Ken McMullen with his 13th home run of the season. Bob Chance coming into bat. Earl Wilson's just shaking his head, and you do not want to tee off Earl Wilson. This man has got the glare of a killer. And 53 to Chance. And Frank Chance heads over towards first base. Scoots underneath the legs of Thomas. Turns around, it's fumbling back, but Bob Chance gets on E3 as Thomas boots the ball. Runner on first, nobody out here in the top of the second inning. Coming at bat is Doug Camilli. Doug Camilli at the centers, bang 2-6-2s. Another catcher is batting way over his head. Here is the pitch to Camilli. 61. And Camilli hits out towards right field, comes on in a little bit. That's a short porch right field anyway, if everybody remembers what future became the pesky pole. Caniglio is coming on in and makes the easy tap. Bob Chance threatens, but doesn't go too far. Due up here is Ken Hamlin. Ken Hamlin's batting 198 below what became this known as the Mendoza line. Here is the pitch to Hamlin. 25. And Hamlin hits it out into the left center field. Gets in between the shortstop and the bag. Pops it out that way. Bob Chance heading up towards second. Yeah, makes the turn. Gets back into second base. And we have runners on first and second. Up to bat is the pitcher. Frank Kreutzer is one down, and we're going to see if he can bunt his way over here. 46 on the bunt, and that's a foul ball. Strike one. See if we can try it again, guys. He's ready. 15. Strike two. That'll take care of any bunt chances. 65. And he gets a piece of it, but it's going to go up in the air. It gets it popped out on the foul tip right to Bob Tillman. Makes the second out. Foul tip fastball. And we have two down. Due up the bats. Back to the top of the order is Ed Brinkman. Ed Brinkman first time up. Ground out to Frank Malzone at third base. Here is the pitch to Brinkman. That one's an 11. And this one's going to get hit somewhere. Definitely got a piece of it. He's got it again. He's looking at a double heading out towards left center field, trying to get off that wall. And that's what happens. That's going to be a huge double off this left center field wall. Bounces over towards our man Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski gets in, but Brinkman's going to slide into second base. At the same time, here comes Chance, and here comes Hamlin. Both will score. It is 3-0. The Washington Senators here in the top second inning. Earl Wilson has to have a problem right now. Due up here will be Willie Kirkland. Willie Kirkland walked his last time up. Here is the pitch by Wilson. 66. That is also gone. Also 2-run home run. As he hits that one way over it gets it out there into center field. Hits the top of the area where the cameraman normally is. So he missed the cameraman, and that is it. 5 runs there, right there, and Earl Wilson is done. So let's take a look, see who will be coming in to pitch for Earl Wilson. He's getting an early exit. We have 2 on here. We have to use first, guys. The first pitcher will be Arnold Early. But Wilson's giving up 5 runs. That will take care of him. Arnold Early will be coming in to pitch. Let's get the stats on Early here. Right now he is 1-3, 4.25 ERA. He's 20 strikeouts, 7 walks. And in his last 8 games pitching, he has just been, I'm not going to lie, he's been brutal. He has a win, he has a loss. In the last 8 games he has thrown. He got the win because he only pitched 1/3 of an inning. He got the losses because he gave up 2 runs in 1 inning, 2 runs in another one, 3 1/3. He has an ERA of 4.25, a whip of 1.35. Batters can hit him for 292 in not quite 30 innings pitched. I don't blame you, Brother Dave. This just happens this way. The first game was 9-4 Red Sox. I will give you that. Okay, Arnold Early is at the plate. Here we go. As at the bat, 63. Come on. There we go. And he gets held to fly heading out towards left field. Wait for it to come on down. Is our left fielder. Felix Mantilla makes the grab, and that ends the inning. But the Washington Senators put 5 runs up on 3 hits. On 4 hits, there was 1 run left, no runners left on base at the end of 1.5. It is the Washington Senators 5, the Boston Red Sox nothing. Due up for the Red Sox is Felix Mantilla, Tony C., and Lee Thomas, the man who started this mess with the error. Due up here is Felix Mantee. He's batting .221, 6 RBI, 6 home runs, 35 RBIs. Here is the pitch to Mantilla. It's a 13, and he is going to get his walk. He takes a freebie on board first base. Kreutzer just sitting there, just shaking his head. He thought he had everything close and missed. Coming up the bats, Tony C. Tony C is 13 home runs, 48 RBIs with a .268 average. Has a slugging average of not quite 500, but he's getting it up that way. Here is the pitch to Tony C. 43. And they struck him out. Tony C strikes out looking. Hits the black, and that is one down in the bottom of the second inning. Due up here again will be Lee Thomas. Lee Thomas is batting .251, has 12 home runs on his own. Here is the pitch. This is 33, and Lee Thomas gets over the head of our first baseman, heading down that way into that nasty corner over there in right field. It turns around, starts to make the turn, but King's done this before. He's waiting for it. Here goes Mantilla down over the third, and he fires back in. Lee Thomas is safe, standing up. Due up here is Bob Tillman. Runners on second and third. One down here in the bottom of the second inning. Bob Tillman, like I said, is having a career day. He's batting .274, home runs, 33 RBIs. Let's hope he can keep up with this clutch hitting. Here is the pitch to Tillman. That's a 22. And Tillman hits it out deep into center field, heading into the triangle. Waiting for it to come on down is Woody Held. Tagging up is our man, Felix Mantee. He's going to score, and Lee Thomas will take third base on the sacrifice of rarity. Very good play by Caniglero. It is now 5-1. The Red Sox are finally on the board. Two down here in the top bottom of the second inning. Coming up is Rico Petrocelli. Batting .187, 2 home runs, 9 RBIs. Here is the pitch to Rico. It's a 23, and I do believe he does. He hits a ground ball right straight over to our second baseman, Hamlin. Hamlin's able to field it very cleanly. Fires over to Chance, and there is 3 down. But at the end of 2 innings, it is the Washington Senators 5, Boston Red Sox 1. Coming to bat for the Senators will be Jim King, Ken McMullen, and Bob Chance. And our games today, as we continue with our way here, our game is continued by... we're going to be using Turnstile. Turnstile Stores, value pack, Sun-Time specials. Prices below the manufacturer costumes for our ladies. Gay print blouse, versatile tunics, Bermuda skirts, jackets, slacks. $1.99, the normally a $3.99 value, and a matching shift for only $2.99. Women's and teeners fine canvas sneakers, just $1 for sizes 5 to 10. And women's and girls wedgies at $1.37, sizes 5 to 10. And that is at the Turnstile Stores over in Medford, just on Route 66. It's just at South Valley, Quincy over at Granite Street, Brighton over on Western Avenue, and Lawrence up on Route 114 opposite the stadium. By the way, Brother Dave, in case you haven't figured out, this is the June 28th issue of the 1965 of the Boston Globe. So that's how I do my commercials. Sometimes I actually go find them on YouTube. Ask them. Ask the FOC. They will tell you this is my trait. This is my gag, and nobody has ever tried to repeat it. Coming to bat is King. Arthur Earl is on for his second inning. Here is the pitch to Jim King. That's a 12. And King hits over towards second base. Picking up easily is Chuck Schilling. Schilling fires to first, and we have 1 down. On that great play by Schilling. Due up here is Ken McMullen. Ken McMullen has hit a home run his first time up. Solo shot in the second, start of the second inning going for the Washington Senators. Here is the pitch. That's a 56. And Early does what Wilson couldn't. Early struck him out. And that is 2 down here in the top third inning. Due up again will be Bob Chance. Bob Chance reached down an error, scored a run. Here is the pitch. 61. And Bob Chance hits over towards our second baseman, Schilling. Schilling has to go over towards his left, fields the ball, flips it underhanded over towards Thomas, and makes the play. That is 3 down. A 1-2-3 inning for Arnold Early. That will take care of the of the Senators here in the top third inning. In the bottom third, due up the bat is Arnold Early, which I don't think we're going to be batting. We're not going to be batting at all, but we end up getting a reliever in for him. Chuck Schilling and Frank Malzone. Arnold Early, we are going to bring in a pinch hitter for Arnold Early. Let's see who we got here. See if the Red Sox had any pinch hitters. The answer is yes, we do. We've got 3 we can use. We've got 2 we can use. Lenny Green and Dalton Jones. Lenny Green was the one for the pitcher, so we're going to bring him in first. Lenny Green. Oop, let's get him in here. There you go. Lenny Green for the Boston Red Sox is currently batting .274, 4 home runs, 28 RBIs. He is the normal second baseman. Yeah, I knew I'd finally figure that out. And he is so far is batting .205 for his last game, so he's sort of in a mini slump. Batting .250 for the month of June. Started out .308 in April. Has been steadily going downhill since. His best month was May when he hit .278, 4 home runs, 4 triples, 10 doubles. Otherwise, he has not done much since. He has struck out 26 times. He does have a good eye for the walk. And he has made 65 hits. He has pitched hit. This is his third at-bat for pinch hitting. He is 1 for 2 so far this season in a pinch hitter role. Kreutzer's on the mound. He's been downgraded from a B to a C pitcher, so he's starting to get a little tired here in the bottom third inning. Here is the pitch to Lenny Green. That is a 15. Come on, get over there. And Lenny Green hits out a nice little snapshot out there towards gets Earl shortstop headed right into left center field, quickly being picked up by our center fielder. Held fires back in, able to hold Green to a single. Top bottom third inning, we've got a runner on first base. That's the third Red Sox hit this game. Due up is Chuck Schilling. Chuck Schilling so far started the game with a single and was caught in a double play in the first inning. Here is the pitch to Schilling. That's a 15 also, and he's going to get on there. Lenny Green's heading on his way. That's head out towards left center field. Hell's again to pick up the ball. He bobbles it just a little bit, not enough to declare it in error. Here goes Green. Green's on his way into third. Slides in. He is safe. Chuck Schilling will stay at first base as McMullen turned around alertly, was smart enough to take the ball and fire to get that ball and just hold on to it. Keep an eye on Schilling so he can't get over towards second base. Runners around first and third. Nobody out. Due up the bat is Frank Malzone. Frank Malzone into a 6-4-3 double play. And let's see what we can do here. We're going to see if we can try to put the hit and run on. See what happens. 42. And Frank Malzone strikes out. Schilling's trying to head over towards second base, and he is nailed. 2-6. A 2-2-6 double play. Green is stuck at third base on a hit and run try that failed. Bringing up Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski last time grounded out to the shortstop. Lenny Green is on third. 2 down. Kreutzer is on the mound. Here is the pitch to Yastrzemski. Bad timing for that double play not to work. For that hit and run. That's a 13. And Yastrzemski's going to walk. Runner again is on first and third. Bringing up Mantilla. Mantilla walked his last time at bat. Here is the pitch. Kreutzer has 2 walks to go along with 2 strikeouts so far this game. Here's the pitch. That's a 55. And Mantilla hits it out towards center field. Not far enough, though, and wait for it to come on down is Woody Held, and he makes the play. No runs. There are no runs. 2 hits. 2 runners left on base at the end of 3 full. It is the Senators 5, the Boston Red Sox 1. And good news for anybody in New York here. Yes, 5,500 New York cabbies quit. They seek to spread a strike down there of the yellow cab drivers. They are set out to spread the strike to all 16,000 cab drivers that are in Manhattan, Brooklyn, the Bronx, and Queens. That's one of our headlines. And at the same time, visit the New York World's Fair and then unwind at the Sheraton. You have 6 Sheratons over there in New York at East Atlantic Park at Sheraton, the Russell and Motor Inn, and Tony Inn. We are in the top of the 4th inning. Due up the bat is Doug Camilli. Hamlin, who's been playing, has been a real fieldy's fireball over there, and the pitcher, Kreutzer. Camilli fly out the right field for his last time up. Coming to bat here, coming to the pitch is not Lenny Green, that's for sure. It will be DeLiva. Will be the only other choice I had. Then it's up to me what I can do with him. Let's see if he can hold out, though. Maybe let him bat. Let me take a look at his batting record. Nah, he's been 0 for 5. 0 for 3. Okay. That may not happen. Mr. DeLiva currently has an ERA of 5.40. His last 8 games, though, he has an ERA of 0. He has been on fire as a reliever. He struck out 9, walked 2, given up only 1 run. It was unearned. He did that on the 25th against the Senators. Otherwise, he came over to the Red Sox in May. He was a part of a trade. And he has brought his ERA down. They're starting to trust him more in his pitching. He has 15 strikeouts to go along with 4 walks. He has given up the long ball 3 times. Been 18 in the 3rd innings for the Red Sox. Here is the pitch. I believe he's 1-2 so far this year also. He also has a batting average against of 292. Pitch to Camilli. That's a 66. That's not how you start a relief inning. Camilli's going to smack that ball out there, and let's see how far he's going to go. That is going to be it. It gets over the first baseman's head into right field. Caniglero also is waiting for it back. It gets a little hop off the wall. It does not hit that go around. Gets a little hop off the wall. Nice little carom right into his glove. Fires back in. Camilli, though, will take second base. He will not attempt that try at a third. Camilli's on second base. Ken Hamlin's up. He got to a base hit. Scored a run his first time up. Here is the pitch. 23. And Hamlin hits it hard to second base. Nice little roll over there. Have the stretch for it, though. Schilling grabs the ball. He will fire it. He got no other choice. Camilli's going to take third base, and he fires the first for the out. And we have 1 down here in the top of the 4th inning. Red Sox going to try to play the infield inning against the pitcher, Kreutzer. They got a good chance to see if they hopefully DeLiva can strike him out. Here is the pitch. 22. That is not a good number. It actually might be. It is not a good number. It says Schilling is injured. I got to take him out. Okay, I'll take care of that. I'll fix that. All right. Kreutzer gets out towards. Oh, okay. So I got here. Schilling's only got 1 the rest of the game. All right. Fly ball heads out towards right field. Comes on in. Schilling's going out. Caniglio's coming in, and they meet each other physically. And it wasn't just a kiss and hugs. And Caniglio falls back. Ball drops right on in. Kreutzer will take first base. Caniglio gets up, fires into the shortstop. Petrocelli is guarding second base. Schilling is not getting up. They have got to get him over there. And here comes the trainer, Buddy LaRue. Buddy LaRue comes on out, brings out the smelling salts, gets him up, but Schilling is done for the day. We need to find a new second baseman now for the Boston Red Sox. Bad time for Green to be in there. Let's see what I can find here. Okay. All right. Okay. Dalton Jones was supposed to, well, he's going to come in here anyway. Dalton Jones will replace Kurt Schilling at second base. So, change player. There you go. Dalton Jones is the new second baseman for the Red Sox in this game here. Has a little bit of a higher error rate. 1 down, run scored. Kreutzer on first. Coming to bat is Ed Brinkman. Ed Brinkman so far he is grounded out to our third base mouth zone and slugged a 2-run double out there. His second time up at bat here in the second inning. Here is the pitch to Brinkman. 14, that's going to be a walk. Maybe not. He got a piece of it. And that's heading out towards left field, heading out that way into that corner out there where they only got the foul line in the wall. There goes Mantilla, and he gets it. Out there and bangs up against the wall. If Kreutzer has to go back, there is 2 down. And Mantilla on a fantastic fly ball. Catch right there down on the line. That's on left field, and he has to run to the wall to hold on to it. Here comes Kirkland. Great play by Mantilla. Kirkland's up to bat. 2 down here in the top of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch. That's a 23, and Kirkland heads out deep towards center field. Waiting for it, though, is Carl Yastrzemski, and he makes the easy play there, and it's just 3 out. But the Senators score 1 more run. They do it on 2 hits, and it costs the Red Sox a player for the game. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Due up is Tony C., Lee Thomas, and Bob Tillman. We're in a 6-1 game by the Senators. Tony C is coming up to bat, has 13 home runs. I take it back. Tony C is leading the Red Sox in home runs. Excuse me. And okay, Tony C last time up, he got caught. He struck out. Here's the second time here from Tony C, 56. And he has struck out a second time. Tony C can't see you get the bat away from his shoulder this time fast enough, and that was right down the pipe. All I could do is watch it go by. Coming up is Lee Thomas. Lee Thomas hit a doubles last time up. Was stranded on second base. Here is the pitch. 63. And Thomas hits out the routine fly ball. Woody Hell's waiting for it to come on down, and he makes the grab. Now, for anybody who ever knows the history of Fenway Park, at this time, at least 4 of those sections behind home plate were not there. This was a hitter's ballpark, so this is surprising. So the ball, it would air even in June. The wind must be coming in from center field. It seems to be holding the ball in. Bob Tillman, last time up, he hit a sacrifice, knocked in the only run so far of the game for the Red Sox. Here is the pitch to Tillman, 36, and that is a strikeout. And Kreutzer has struck out 2 out of 3 batters he faced. DeLeva's up there now, and coming to bat will be Woody Hell, Jim King, Ken McMullen. Woody Hell so far has 0 for 2, struck out and flown out. DeLeva's ready to throw. Here is the pitch. That's a 23. And he heads out towards our second baseman. Routine ground ball. Able to pick it up is Dalton Jones. Dalton just grabs it easily, fires towards first, makes the play. We have 1 down. Jim King's coming up to bat. So far he has grounded to third, grounded to second. Here is the pitch to King. 44. And he gets out there over towards left center field. Gets on the ground, gets underneath, just penetrates underneath his glove. Couldn't get down quick enough, and it drops on in. And we have a runner on first here in the 5th inning. That's 4, I believe it's 4 out of the 5 innings the Senators have had a batter on. Due up here is Ken McMullen. Ken McMullen's home run is 13th time this season, and he has struck out. Here is the pitch to McMullen. 14, I believe that's a walk. Nope, not this time. He's got a piece of it, though. And he hits out towards Mantilla. Mantilla gets back towards that huge wall, towards the monster. Ball's coming down. It looks like it might hit that wall. Mantilla reaches up, smack, grabs the ball for the out. And King has to scramble back towards first base. There is 2 down. Couple fly balls Mantilla has just been able to save the Red Sox on. Coming to bat is Bob Chance. Bob Chance reached down in the air, scored a run, and he grounded out to the second baseman. Here is the pitch. 53. And Bob Chance gets over towards first base, gets underneath the glove. Thomas turned it into a croquet wicket, gets underneath his glove. He could have had it. There goes Chance. Caniglero wasn't waiting for that one. He had to come on in, and Chance will take second base on the air. Actually, let's see if I can look this a little bit better here, guys. Am I bad? My bad, I'm reading the ticker tape. Sorry about that, guys. That ball gets over towards our shortstop, Petrocelli. Petrocelli fires it over. Thomas gets off his glove, and there goes the glove and the ball. Right there. Gets away from him, and there goes Chance. Chance heading over towards second base, and he is on. He is an E3, the second error on Lee Thomas this game. Runner on second base. I apologize again for not catching my ticker tape there. Due up here will be Doug Camillia. We are doing this for Maine games in Massachusetts. They're ticker taping me all the plays. We are a product of WGAN Radio, doing the baseball game here for the Red Sox on their WHDH 102.7. Here is the pitch. And it's a 51 to Doug Camillia. And he is walked. We have runners on first and second. DeLeva's starting to get a little bit on the tired side. So we got up as Hamlin. Hamlin so far in a 7-1 Senator game here. They're just taking it away from the Red Sox as the fans start pouring out here in the second game, though it is getting late towards dinner time at Fenway. Here is the pitch, 32 to Hamlin. And Hamlin hits a high pop-up, waiting for it to come on down is Dalton Jones. That's 3-way, but the Senators put another run on a single, an error, On a single and an error, they scored one unearned run. And there's 2 runners left on base at the end of 4.5. It's an official game. 7-7. Red Sox won. Due up to bat is Rico Petrocelli. Petrocelli's due up here. So far, he is 0 for 1. He has ground out to our second baseman. Kreutzer just flailing away here at the Sox in this game here. Could get a rare, hopefully he can even get a rare complete game. Here is the pitch to Petrocelli. It's a 15. Petrocelli gets out there towards left center field. Gets over the head of the shortstop, bounces on in, and fires that ball back in. We have a runner on first, Enrico Petrocelli. Bob DeLiba is due up here. He is so far in the tired mode, and I think we're going to see if we can find a pinch hitter for him. We're going to take him out. The game is now up to me. I do not have, the official game did not go this far. Just so everybody knows, the official game was the Red Sox won it in 11 innings, 5-4. Wilson actually went 8 1/3 innings. I do 5 runs, I do either 5 runs, 5 innings. So he didn't make it. Earl Wilson got shellacked. And that's what happened there. So, even the actual game, Frank Kreutzer only pitched 1 inning. He gave up 3 to the Red Sox in the second, and the manager pulled him. So, that's what's going on. I have to pick my own pinch hitter, too. All right, pinch hitting for the Boston Red Sox will be, and we got plenty of catchers, so we got that. We're gonna bring in Russ Nixon. We got 3 catchers in there, by the way: Mike Ryan, Jerry Moses, and Russ Nixon. Red Sox had 4 catchers at one time. Russ Nixon is going to come in to pinch hit for Bob DeLiba. Bob DeLiba will leave the game. We'll get his stats out in a few minutes. Here is the pitch to Nixon. He is batting .455 for the Sox right now. 3 RBIs out of 13 at bats. And he's got a possibility going on here. Not going to happen. And he hits it out towards center field, getting out deep out that way. Heading out there towards the warning track. Kell's getting back there. And he makes the behind it. He makes the 1-for-1 circus catch from behind. Hits the ground, fires it back in as quick as he can. The center's already set up for a line like that. Brakeman's out there in the mid-center field, fires it back in quick. Petrocelli cannot get there in time. He's back over at first base. Due up is Dalton Jones. Dalton Jones is batting .331 for the Red Sox. No home runs, 16 RBIs. His last 10 games, he's batting .343. He has been on a tear. He came up, he's a call-up in May. And he has done well since. Like I said, 16 RBIs for the season so far. 3 triples, 10 doubles. Has stolen 4 bases. So here we go. Petrocelli's on first. Jones is up to bat. Here is the pitch. 14. And Jones hits out towards left field. Easy play coming on down for it is Willie Kirkland. Makes the grab, and Petrocelli will remain at first. Frank Malzone so far has hit into 2 double plays. Or it's been the cause of 2 double plays. First was 6-4-3. Second was he struck out and he caught stealing. Here goes Malzone. There's 2 down. He cannot hit into a double play. 51. And he hits out towards our third baseman, though. Ken McMullen. Ken McMullen's able to pick that up easily. Fires towards first. Makes the play and is 3 down. At the end of 5 full. It is the Washington Senators 7, the Boston Red Sox 1 in a sort of a blowout. And our early week specials at the Star Markets, the quality leader. Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Only stars give you sales like this. New York sirloin steaks, 95 cents a pound. Ground round, grounded fresh hourly, 85 cents a pound. We didn't care about whether it was 85% fat-free. Armour skinless franks, 1 pound, 63 cents at the butcher shop here at the Star Market. And for the 9th big week, as we are celebrating Star's 50th anniversary, we have just 2 more weeks for 143 wonderful prizes. 4 more round trips to Europe on the Pan American Jet Clipper. And they're even offering another 1965. 1 more Ford Mustang. I don't know, this car may not go anywhere. Plus 5-piece sets of Atlantic Logic and 3 more RCA color TVs. Plus saves of over $17 in valuable coupons at your local Star Market this week. We are in the top of the 6th inning. Coming up to bat is... Whoop, Dixon's not on the mound. He's not the pitcher. We are going to be bringing in Jay Ritchie. Actually, we're doing better than that. God, I gotta have something better than that. What I got here? Longboard just pitched. Too early for him. Jerry Stevens is going to be coming in to pitch. He can do some middle relief. And here we go. Jerry Stevens is coming in. He's so far 1-2, 5.46 ERA. He has a batting average against a 310. How much we can do about that one, folks? Here we go. Frank Kreutzer is the batter, the pitcher for the Washington Senators. He has a single, scored a run, and he is fouled out to the catcher. 14 this time, and here we go. He may get a piece of that ball, and he does. Again, another fly out towards center field. Left field, wait for it to come on in. And here comes Mantilla, and he makes the running catch right there at his shoelaces. Makes the play. We have one down on a real shallow fly ball. Everybody got out of the way. Honestly, they must have had a chat in the dugout when Schilling got hurt. Due up is Ed Brinkman. Ed Brinkman so far today is 1 for 3. Double, 2 RBIs, run scored. Here's the pitch. 66. He's going to have another hit. Could be a big one. And it is. He hits that out towards right field when seems to be not wanting to do anything. And all Tony C can do is watch it go into the grandstands. And it is a home run for Ed Brinkman. Bringing the score up 8-1 for the Senators. The Red Sox are definitely taking a beating. And it looks like we are going to have a split doubleheader today. Due up is Willie Kirkland. This may break the Red Sox 4-game winning streak, which is the longest streak they've had all season. Willie Kirkland's at the bat. One down. Here is the pitch. 13, and that is a walk. Real easily. Kirkland takes his base. Stevens is still having his problems. He only has 20 strikeouts, 24 walks. Here we go. 21. To Woody Held, and he struck him out. Stevens strikes out Held for 2 down on a play for Stevens. He could use it, and there is 2 down here in the top of the 6th. Here is the pitch to Jim King. Jim King is 1 for 3 today. Here is the pitch. 21, and King hits out a weak fly ball out towards center field. He just was playing it shallow this time for a reason, and he gets it. 3 down, no run, 1 run on 1 hit, 1 runner left on base at the end of 5.5. It is the Senators 6, Red Sox 1. And for our folks here who are enjoying our game today, let's get our stats so far. As you can see, I hope. Come on. As you can see, sorry about that, guys. All right, so don't mind the delay in my mouth. Red Sox so far brought 4 pitches across. Arnold Early got to pitch 1 1/3 of an inning, struck out 1 until they made him go to bat, and this guy cannot hit. Earl Wilson pitched 1 2/3, gave up 5 runs, only 1 of which was earned. Walked run, struck out 1, gave up 2 long balls. I haven't figured that one out yet either, guys. So I think one of them was legit, the very first one. But the second home run, that was where it started. He had an error, but I don't think the error should have caused it. But I got to the argument, and I don't win. DeLevis only gave up 2 runs, 1 earned, walked 1. So his ERA went shooting up. And, of course, Jerry Stevens just gave up the other home run. The Senators have hit 3 home runs so far, on a quick note here. Chuck Schilling was going 2 for 2, and then he got out on injury. The only run scored by the Red Sox was on a sacrifice fly by Bob Tillman. Lee Thomas has the only double. Frank Kreutzer has got 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, 5 hits so far in 5 innings. So that's what we got going on here. And back to our game. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here we go. Krajewski's a 46. And he has struck out. That's Kreutzer's 5th strikeout of the game against the Red Sox. Bringing up Felix Mantilla. Kreutzer's just having a field day today. Here is the pitch to Mantilla. He is 0 for 1. He has walked and scored the only run of the game for the Red Sox and flown out to center field. 63, and he hits another one out towards center field. Held is getting his job today. And he waits for it very easily. Picks it up, and that is 2 down. Tony C is our next batter. He has been collared both times on strikeouts. Can he finally get a piece of the ball today? Don't know. Here we go. And he is walked. Tony C is walked. Kreutzer starting to get a little bit on the tired side, so we may end up having to bring in a reliever for him later on. Lee Thomas is up to bat. There is 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Red Sox finally got a runner on base. Here is the pitch to Thomas. 43. And Thomas is struck out. That takes care of the Sox in the bottom of the 6th inning. At the end of 6, it's Washington Senators 8 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Boston Red Sox 1 run, 5 hits, and 2 errors. And going into the top of the 7th will be Ken McMullen, Bob Chance, Doug Camilli. We are in the top of the 7th inning. And I ain't going to stop my fun here. Screw that. Okay, guys. Yes, come on. That's right. Discover extra coolness in a full-page ad here in our Boston Globe today. Come all the way up to Cool Filter Kings for the most refreshing coolness you can get in any cigarette. Produced by the Brown and Williamson Tobacco Corporation, B&W, the makers of fine quality tobacco products in 1965. Yes, for any of us ex-smokers, we know better. Okay, couldn't resist it. Showed up. That's when cigarette ads were legal. Okay, Ken McMullen's up to bat here. Jerry Stevens is back on the mound. See if he can salvage this somehow for the Red Sox. Here is the pitch. That's a 54, and that is going to be a possible hit. 43. And he hits out towards right field, heading out there towards that pesky pole. Canigliere is on his horse, heading out that way. Slides on in, and he makes the grab on the sliding catch in foul territory in the right field side, over there right by the curve. 1 down here in the top 7th inning. Due with bat is Bob Chance. Bob Chance so far today has reached on an error twice. And he has grounded out to second base. And he scored a run. 62. And Chance turns around and he finally gets out there towards left field. Gets down the third base line. Waiting for it to pick it up will be Mantilla. And Bob Chance gets his first hit of the game, the 9th hit of the game for the Senators. Due up to bat is Doug Camilli, runner on first base. Jerry Stevens is on the mound. And here is the pitch. 14. And see what happens. Round around. That's heading out towards left field. Waiting for it to come on in. Will be Felix Mantilla. Makes the grab. Fires it back in towards first base. Chance barely gets in there. Almost had the double play going on the catch. We have 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning. Coming up to bat will be Ken Hamlin. Ken Hamlin today is 1 for 3. Run single. Run scored. Then again he's popped up the second. He's ground out the second. Here is the pitch to Hamlin. 23. And he hits out again to our second baseman, Jones. Jones flips it to Petrocelli for the force, and that is it. 3 down, no runs, 1 hit, 1 run left on base. At the end of 6.5 innings, it's the Washington Senators 8, the Boston Red Sox 1. Due up to bat for the Red Sox will be Bob Tillman, Rico Petrocelli, and a pinch hitter. Here we go. Bob Tillman, his average flying down to below 270. He is 0 for 1 today, struck out. Sacrifice has the only RBI of the game for the Sox. Here is the pitch. 63, and he hits out towards right field, heading out that way. But our right fielder, Jim King, was waiting for it, and he makes the play. 1 down in the bottom of the 7th inning. Due up will be Rico Petrocelli. So far, he has grounded out and gotten to a base hit. Here's the pitch to Petrocelli. 41, and he hits it out towards our shortstop, Ed Brinkman. Ed Brinkman's able to get that ball towards his left, plants his feet, fires into first, and on a nice scoop will be the up by Chance. Scoops it out of the dirt for the second out. Coming in the bat for the Boston Red Sox here in the bottom of the 7th inning will be Tony Horton. Excuse me. Tony Horton so far this season is batting .189. He has no home runs, 3 RBIs, been in 39 plate appearances. Normal first baseman, but Lee Thomas took care of that. They got this kid down in AAA due to come up next year. A fellow named Scott. Let's hope he does well. Tony Horton came over here in June, I believe, as part of a trade. Matter of fact, I think he was. He was traded for Don Demeter, I think. Tony Horton, though, so far is 37 at-bats, 2 runs. He's got He's batting 160 for the Sox the last ones. He has no home runs, one double out of his mess. So here we go. Here's the pitch to Horton. 23. Yes. Good. While I'm doing that, I'm going to do this. Hang on here. I can do this because this ain't going to do anything anyway. Tony Horton for the Boston Red Sox. There we go. He was traded to the Boston Red Sox. No, he came out of the Red Sox as a free agent. He was a call-up. Traded by the Red Sox, though, in 1967. But he only got into 20 games with the Red Sox. So obviously he was sent back down to the minors in 1960. It was in 60 games, actually. Batted .294 for the entire season for the Red Sox. So actually not too bad. Not great. Played in 60 games, though, so we'll go from there. All right. And Tony Horton's at the plate. Here we go. 13. And Tony Horton walks, I believe he does. Yes, he does. He walks. That is Kreutzer's fourth walk of the game. Goes along with the 6 strikeouts. Dalton Jones is up to bat. Hang on, guys. Oh, God, I'm out. Ooh, yeah. That's not good. All right, Dalton Jones is up to bat here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So far, he is 0 for 1. He flipped to left field. Here's the pitch to Jones. 12 this time. He's got a piece of the ball. Does he get any help here? No, he does not. And that's Dalton Jones gets out towards second base. And heading out back that way is our second baseman, Hamlin. Hamlin turns around, gets behind the bag, flips it as quick as he can over to the shortstop, makes the play, and that is 3 down. And a great catch by Hamlin behind second base to get our batter out, and that is it. At the end of 7 innings, it is the Washington Senators 8, Boston Red Sox 1. Howdy, APBA chatter. How are you tonight, kind sir? I was explaining, if you get a chance, catch the first 25 minutes. I explained about the in the options and rules sections about these boards. I know about them. I play another game called National NPNG Plus, so I know about these boards quite well, and I know them from your game itself. But that's basically what these are. Keep in mind that we are I call us the cousin. NP3 is a cousin of APBA. NPNG is the redheaded stepchild of both. And I'll leave it at that. There is no arguments. That's how I call it. But those are the boards that are actually how they play the game. We are in the top of the 8th inning. I almost forgot. Yes, I'm getting foolish today too, guys. I'm doing commercials like I have nothing better to do. There we go. Okay. Yes, and the feel-good story of the day here. In the top of the 8th inning, a Brookline man gets his medal. 47 years after Belleau Wood. A 70-year-old who has been decorated at Fort Devens for gallantry in the action during the War of World War I won his Purple Heart and his Silver Star with the Oak Leaf Cluster for outstanding service under fire at the Battle of Belleau Wood in France in July of 1918. Congratulations, Major General Evans and Felix Knuth of Fort Devens. Congratulations, sir, on finally getting your medals. We are in. Everybody has to do a feel-good story. Come on, guys. All right, coming up to bat 4. The Washington Senators in the top 8th. Yes, this is turned into a very quick blowout game. Senators scored 5 runs in the second inning on 2 home runs, and has gone that way since. They've scored 3 individuals. Top 8th inning, coming to pitch for the Boston Red Sox will be the monster. He will finish out the game, hopefully. And Dick Radis is 4-2 so far this season, has a 2.66 ERA. Batters are batting .197 against him. He just got done pitching in the first game of the doubleheader where he pitched 2 1/3 innings, so I'm letting him go ahead. But back then, they can do it. Gave up 2 earned runs on 4 strikeouts, no walks. Gave up 4 hits, and he did give up 1 long ball. He gave it up in the 9th inning. He has an ERA of 1.15 his last 8 games, and he has a WHIP of 1.12. And for the month of June so far, he has an ERA of 1.9. So the man can pitch. back then, and for real, for Dick Raditz, guys, for any of you guys who don't recognize the monster, he was one of the first Fireman of the Year award winners back in 1965 when Rolaids took it as a project. They always, instead of being called closers, they were called firemen. Dick Raditz in 1965 threw in 63 games, finished 56. But here's the kicker. He pitched in 124 innings. This is not a one-inning closer. This man pitched, and he did it well. He had a strikeout ratio for every 9 innings of 8.8. It's one of the few stats that Bill James is one of these modern stats that I like. I don't mind looking at. And he has a strikeout to walk ratio of 2.28 in 1965. In 1964 is 3.12. He was a American League All-Star in 1963 and 1964, and he was even voted in the Most Valuable Player. He was 5th in 1963 and 9th in 1964 for Most Valuable Player. Very rare, especially, and this was a relief pitcher back then, guys. So think about it. He was 16-9, by the way, in 1964. That's when relievers were relievers, but they were called firemen back then, guys. All right. Here we go. Frank Kreutzer is on the mound pitch for the Senators. He is 1 for 3 today. I'm leaving him in, even though he's a D-rated pitcher and considered tired by our game standards here. And the way I even do it in my MPNG game, I still use the D standards here on that. You see that thing for how many players they can pitch to? After that becomes D. And anybody who's ever seen any of my games, if you are a D pitcher, if you have a runner go on second base based on a base hit or a walk, and depending on if you have more than one run basically given up, okay, you are automatically relieved. I don't care if you threw a complete game that day or not, you are automatically relieved if you are D-rated. If the game is out of hand like this one here is, I can leave him in for a couple more innings, and it's not so bad. But normally I would take him out. My complete game ratio for 1965 is going to be lower when I get done than what it normally would be. But that's because of the rules we set. I got this rule from a couple other guys who also broadcast 5 runs, 5 innings, and D-rated pitchers. It depends on the situation. If it doesn't look like he's got it, get him out of there. Here we go. Dick Raditz, 42. Dick Raditz has 46 strikeouts to his 19 walks, by the way. And he struck out Kreutzer. That's how you go about it with Dick Raditz. All business, the monster. Due up is Ed Brinkman. Ed Brinkman is 2 for 4. He has a double, 2 RBIs, and he has a solo home run. His last time up to bat here. Did that in the 6th inning. Here is the pitch by Raditz. Otherwise, he's ground out and flown out. It's a 31, and he is also struck out by Raditz. 2 down, as Raditz has that BXY, which flips a walk through a strikeout. Coming up to bat here again will be Willie Kirkland. Well, that's Kirkland I'm looking at. Sorry about that. And he also has a 2-run home run. That's the 3rd one of the game right there, as you can see. Walked twice and struck out. And flew out to the center fielder. 65 on this one here. And he hits a high foul ball towards the first base side dugout. Going on in is Thomas. And Thomas makes the grab, reaches over the rail, makes the play. And we have a 1-2-3 inning. A rarity this game for the Boston Red Sox. Due up for the bat for the Boston Red Sox in the bottom of the 8th inning is Frank Malzone, Carl Yastrzemski, and Felix Mantilla. Frank Malzone today so far has been the hard luck child of the game. He has he's been the cause of 2 double plays. He has also grounded out to our 3rd baseman. Bottom of the 8th inning, here we go. Here is the pitch. That's going to be a 65, and he's got a possible hit, possible error. We'll never know. And he hits out towards 3rd base. Heading out that way towards the 3rd base side of the dugout. Actually towards the stands and starts to pull back a little bit because McMullen reaches over the wall of the 3rd base side field there into the grandstands and makes the grab. Falls on in and shows his glove up in the air with the ball in it, and it is 1 down on a great foul ball play by Ken McMullen. Due up the bat is Carl Yastrzemski. Carl Yastrzemski today is 0 for 3, 0 for 2. Red Sox have not done well today in the hitting department. Here is the pitch. 52. And he hits out towards 3rd baseman. Here goes McMullen. McMullen grabs it, up, fires, and he's a little tired from that line of play, so he has to bounce it over towards first base. Chances waiting for it there off the dirt, and that is 2 down. Due up to bat will be Felix Mantilla. So far he has walked, scored the only run of the game, and he has flown out twice to center field. Here is the pitch. 66, and Mantilla has finally got a base hit. What's it going to be? And he hits out there towards right center field. Heading back that way, gets towards pitch field, and it bounces over into the... There, a ground rule double for Felix Mantilla. Ground rule double into the bullpen. And we have a runner on second base here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Due up is Tony C. Tony C has struck out twice, and he has walked. He has not touched the ball yet. Here is the pitch. Kreutzer still on the mound. They've only given up 1 run. Why not take him out? 34. And possible, here we go again. He's got a piece of that ball. Hits it out towards center field. Here comes Held. Held comes on in, then gets it to the baseball slide. Slides on in, makes the play on the sliding catch. That is 3 down. No runs. 1 hit. Runner left on base at the end of 8 full. It is the Washington Senators 8, the Boston Red Sox 1. Going to the top of the 9th. Raditz will be back on the mound. And as we continue our foolishness, because we can, and for all of you who are planning your trip to the New York World's Fair, Shell presents the only map of the World Fair that tells you how much time you need to go where you want and see where you want. Gives you exhibit times and walking times all over the New York World Fair by the Grand Central Parkway. All over the place over there. The Unisphere, which is still over there. Shea Stadium, which was built over there. And presented to you by the Shell Corporation of the Royal Shell Corporation of the Dutch, of Indonesia. And there is more in store for you at the First National Grocery Stores. And we have S&H screen stamps. Farm fresh chicken breast quarters, 41 cents a pound. Breast all white meat, 63 cents a pound. Leg quarters are 37 cents a pound. Colonial Armor canned hams, a 3-pound can for $3.09. Boneless Hormel canned hams, $3.79. Richmond tomatoes, 4 1-pound cans at 69 cents each. And for the redeem the 4th week coupons from the mailer booklet that you got, so you get 40% off of salad and cereal bowls. And 40 cents off of Double on the Rocks Thermal Temp Ivory Liquid Detergent for sparkling clean dishes is at 31 cents for a 12-ounce bottle. And we are in the top of the 9th inning. Yes, I've done all those commercials. Okay, here we go. Here's the pitch by Raditz to Woody Held. 34, and Raditz gets him out to fly out towards center field. Waiting for this ball will be our man Yastrzemski, and he makes the play. Due up the bat here will be Jim King. Jim King is 1 for 4. He has got a base hit, and he has grounded out twice and flown out. Raditz on the mound. Here's the throw. 45, and King is walked. Raditz's first base batter he's given up here in. It's his 5th batter, by the way. Due up here will be Ken McMullen. Ken McMullen has one of the home runs for the Senators, and he has struck out and flown out twice. Here's the pitch. 26. Ken McMullen hits out towards right field. Caniglero, though, is playing down that line, and there it is. Makes the play, and Jim King has to go back to first. Wasn't deep enough for him to try to make a play anyway, and that is 2 down. Bob Chance up to bat. He is 1 for 4. He has reached twice on errors by the same player, Lee Thomas. Ground out to second base and has a base hit. Here is the pitch. 23, and he has hit out towards center field. Again, waiting for Yastrzemski, and that is it. And the Senators have got 8 runs, 9 hits. We are in the bottom of the 9th inning. Lee Thomas, Bob Tillman, Rico Petrocelli, and then Dick Raditz if we get a chance. If not, we'll get a pinch hitter. Here we go. It's 8-1. Kreutzer is going for his complete game here. Here is the pitch. 16, and he hits out towards our shortstop. Brinkman's going to get that ball up. Fires towards first. 1 down. Lee Thomas is done for the day. And Bob Tillman, who has a sacrifice hit, the only RBI for the Red Sox, struck out and flown out. 62. Possible. No, sir. No, sir. He hits out towards first base, making a great stabbing catch. On the ground is our first baseman. Chance takes it, dives to first base, tags it with his glove, and we have 2 down. And Tillman is out. Tillman's been called for the first time in quite a few games. Rico Petrocelli, 1 for 3 today. Here is the pitch by Kreutzer. 13, and he is walked. Brings up Dick Raditz. See if we get a pinch hitter in here and probably salvage the game for the Sox. Gary Geiger's going to be coming in to pinch hit. Gary Geiger so far is batting .333, has a home run, 7 RBIs. Pinch hitting today. And have I pinch hit this boy before? This will be his 5th time pinch hitting. So far he's 1 for 4. Has 1 home run, 7 RBIs. Walked 13, struck out 10. Does have a slugging percentage of .513. The man can hit. Here is the pitch. 46. Not today, kiddies. It ain't going to happen. I don't think so. No, and he is struck out. That is it. Senators 8-9-0. Sox 1-6-2. Give me 30 seconds while I come up with the final synopsis. Here we go. Okay. And the Red Sox and the Senators split the doubleheader. None of these guys. Earl Wilson will take the 4th loss of the season. Kreutzer wins his 4th game of the season. And let's see what I can do for you guys here. As I like doing it this way. Hold on. All right. Now. Let's see if I can do this. It's been a while. Everybody. Oh, I can't bring it up. I can't bring them both at the same time. Okay. Right there. All right. All right, guys. I like doing this, all right? Ain't no question that's about it. Okay, can everybody see this? Okay, good. Oh, hold it. Something's not right. Oh, wait. There we go. All right, got it. Okay. There we go. I hope everybody can see this. This is what I post in Delphi forums. In case everybody knows, all of my games that I play here are on the Delphi forum. And I don't change that. That is exactly how I do it. All right. Okay. We'll go to pitching first. For the Boston Red Sox, Earl Wilson went 1 2/3 innings, gave up 5 runs, only 1 earned, so it did not really kill his ERA. Did give up 2 home runs. Arnold really came in, pitched inning 3rd, decent times, and had to leave the game for a pinch hitter. Bob Levy came in, gave up 2 runs, only 1 earned. Again, he did okay. Jerry Stevenson pitched 2 innings, gave up 1 earned. So the Red Sox gave up 8 runs, of which only 3 were earned today. 5 and 4, 5 points. So there's the ERAs went out. 9 batters. Dick Raditz came in for 2 innings, struck out 2, walked 1. Jerry Stevenson gave up his 5th home run of the season. Earl Wilson gave up his 9th. Both, 1 to Ken McMullen, 1 to Willie Kirkland. Ed Brinkman had his 6th. For the Washington Senators, Frank Kreutzer pitched a complete game, 1 run, 1 earned, 5 walks, 7 strikeouts. Had a double play with him, but though, as I will say again, the Senators did their double play thing, but the Red Sox actually had 2 against them. Second one was a strikeout. That's the one thing that they don't show on here. I have talked to Cyrus about it, about showing double plays that are not necessarily hits, or at least infield hits anyway. For the bats. For the Boston Red Sox, not much to show. Kurt Schilling went 2 for 2. Otherwise, Felix Mantilla went 1 for 3, scored the only run with a double. Lee Thomas went 1 for 4 with a double. Rico Petrocelli went 1 for 3. That was a very weak game for the Red Sox. Lenny Green came in, pitched it, gave up a run. Bob Tillman got the only RBI on a sacrifice hit. Lee Thomas now has 13 errors. He's the highest among first basemen in probably the American League. Felix Mantilla had his 7th. Lee Thomas has 16 total seasons. Tillman has 34th RBI. Like I said, Tillman is having a season this year. And Chuck Schilling got caught stealing very early in the game. For the Senators, Brinkman went 2 for 5. Everybody else except for Woody Held got a hit, even the pitcher. Brinkman had 3 RBIs. Ed Brinkman will be my player of the game when I post this up on Delphi Forums. His average is up to 178. The Senators are not a hot hitting team. Just so anybody knows, the highest man on this game was 267. Just so you know. And that was Woody Held, who went 0 for 5. But they did get 3 home runs, 7 RBIs. So they did well in that department. Ed Brinkman got his 9th double of the season. Camilli got his 8th. Ed Brinkman hit his 4th home run. Kirkland hit his 4th home run. Ken McMillan hit his 13th. And Senators left 7 bases with no errors. Red Sox left 8. That about sums it up, guys. Again, for anybody, I wish I could make it bigger. See if that helped. Unusual for this book. Okay. All right, so let me hold on here. Let me get back. Hold on. There you go. That's a game. I got this one too. So that's the same thing I just said. This is out of the game, by the way. Chatter. So yeah, it is a little small. Okay, that's what it looks like normally. I bring up Dylan because Dylan gives me the numbers. This one really doesn't, except for pitching stats. But just tell you that it would have told you that he hit his 4th, he hit his 4th, and he hit his 13th. That's the one bad thing. Anyway, so that takes care of the doubleheader for this Sunday for the Boston Red Sox Washington Senators. A split. Red Sox won the first one 9-4. Senators won the second one 8-1. This is the Cardiac Radio Baseball League. It was no cardiac game today. That happens on occasion on my streams, and I just want to thank ABBA Chatter. Dave Gardner, thank you for coming. Anybody else that comes on in, as I always ask, please do hit the thumbs up. Just let me know that if you do like the game. I haven't done this in quite a while, and I don't broadcast as much as I used to. I need to broadcast more, and I will eventually. Anyway, everybody take care. Have a great and wonderful evening here. Enjoy any of the other ball games that will show up on YouTube. And I thank you very much.